Hi traders and welcome to the PL Capital Forex Report. I'm your host Paul. Today is Sunday, August 13th. In this video, look at the US dollar, the euro, the pound, the CAD, and the yen. So let's go. All right, looking at the US dollar index. I was expecting this whole move up to be coming up in five waves because, like I said in my last video, I thought that this would be a running flat. So you got the big impulse down, and then you've got a three-wave move up, and then I thought this whole thing was like actually it'd be a WXY, three-wave correction down, and then you get a five-wave move up, but it doesn't look like that's what they're doing. So if we zoom in here, what I see so far is this: after this running flat, I just see 1, 2, 3 waves up, and then I see 1, 2, 3 waves down, and it looks like right now they're in the process of got like a 1, 2, and I don't think this third wave is quite done yet. I think it's got just a little bit more up to go, but you get a 1, 2, 3 wave move there, which tells me that this is going to be in any diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this all just be a 1, 2, and then 3 wave move. And that's important because, zooming back out, if these are all 3 wave moves, so 3 to there, 3 down to there, 3 up, 3 down, and now if this is 3 waves, that tells me that this whole thing is just a big triangle. So after this big move down, it's going to be A, B, C, D, E, and then you got one more down. So, and that's important because after this, you won't get a 3 and a 4. You can't have a triangle for 2. So after this correction, you're then going to get a big, I'm expecting a big 3-wave move up, just because when you got this, what I see is 5 waves up to there, need a correction now. And this started in 2008, this 5-wave move up. I don't think that you're just going to have this short of a 3-wave correction and then you go break the top. I think, for something that took that long, what was that, 15 years, I would expect that, this is a 3-wave move down, probably going to get a 3-wave move up, and then 5 waves coming down, and you get like an ABC correction, and then we'll go up and break the top. But it's 3 waves, so you can't rule out that after this down move that's coming, that we won't go and break the top. But that's not going to be my base case. So drilling back in, like I said, I think this third wave, let me clean this up a little bit. This third wave probably will push up just a little bit more, and then you get some type of 3-wave move down for a 4, and then a 3-wave move up for a 5. So first we need to confirm that this is indeed going to be a 1, 2, 3 move, and we need to finish these 5 waves. So keep an eye. I think a little bit more up for the dollar before you get a bigger pullback for that 4th wave. So that's what I'm looking for this week. Euro. Yeah, so the euro looks like, you just have this 1, and then now you got a 3-wave correction here. And then they're going to come down. I would expect them to come down into at least like this 1086, and they could come much farther down, 106, low 6s. Because if we zoom out on this, I'm expecting a 5-wave move, if we really zoom out, for this running flat. Now this could also turn into be a triangle too, but this has just a look like this is like a clear 1, 2, 3 wave move to me, and it's not. It doesn't look the same as the dollar. So I think that this will be a running flat up into here before they sell off. So what I would expect, because they've created this running flat and then they came up, I think that's just one. That's one, and then you're going to create two. And then we're going to be going up in a diagonal format up into here. So I think that was one. You're going to come down into this zone for two, going up for three, and then somewhere three will end, and then you get a four, and then still go up one more time for a five before we come down. So it's going to get really, really choppy. Not making a whole lot of progress up, but definitely some nice tradable waves. Like when it comes down into this zone on the euro, like 10, boy, if you could get it at like 67 or something, definitely you could ride that up to break this top 112.75 and probably even extend above that before you get the 4 and the 5. So definitely some trades coming, just going to be kind of choppy. Like, this has been really choppy. I think that's how it's going to be for the rest of these waves going up. But for the euro, yeah, I think it's got to come down and definitely break 1091, but I think it'll even sink a little farther down into this zone here. All right, pound. Yeah, so the pound, zooming out, I think that this is just like a 1, 2, 3. So I think this is a diagonal that they're creating. 1, 2, 3. That's one. There was 3 for 2. Here's a big running flat for 3. And then if we zoom in, we do have this 1, 2, and then here's 3, 5, 5 wave ending diagonal. So you got a 1, 2, 3. So that could be 4. Now there's also the possibility, again, like look how quick that happened, and like here's like the third wave. Like the time wise, it's like that was massive. What was that, like 2014 all the way down to 2022, so 8 years, and now like is that going to be all? So I could see them doing this, so that's 1, 2, 3. That's just the first part, and then you're gonna get a second, and then still one more up. Just to kind of buy some time, I think. So zooming in, so far we just have a 3-wave move down. I mean, they could be in the process of creating a diagonal. Like here, 1, and then you got 1, 2, 3, and then they'll come and break that low. That could be the 3. I think 3 waves down. And correct up, and then still come back down one more time. So for the pound, I see more down for this week, breaking that low, and then it'll just be a matter of is that 4, and we're totally going down to break that low way down there, way down here. I don't think so. I think it'll just break that low, correct back up, and then still come down one more time. So for this week, I'm looking for down to break that low, and just like the euro, like coming into this 124.88, maybe even down to 120s. Somewhere in here, I think that'd be a good buy setup for a 3-wave move up. All right, CAD. zooming in here. So we've had this big massive correction, and I think, you know, the target is up here, you know, not going to break it anytime soon, but after this correction that I think is done, you know, now we're just looking for buys. So it looks to me like you've got 1, 2, 3, and then this could be an expanding flat right in here, 4, and now they're creating like some kind of ending diagonal, you know, so like a 1 and a 2. So I'm expecting more up on the CAD. Come break this high one more time, but I think it's just going to be really choppy. So, you know, once it does break that high, you know, you got to be careful, because if it's creating a diagonal, now it's possible that this is 1, 2, and there's this little 3, 4 right here. That could be, you know, so we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like 5 is here, and now they're just creating like some ending diagonal, like, so this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and so I definitely see one more wave up to break that high, but you know, it's like either this is 3 and 4 or this is 3 and 4, so we don't know that, and so the diagonal could be this is 1, 2, or it could be this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's why breaking this top, that's when you got to really be careful, because then you'll have your 5-wave move up, and then at, you know, some point you're going to get a much bigger correction than any of these corrections. So I see more up, but you just got to be careful once it breaks the top that you could at any moment start the downside of a much bigger correction. And the yen. So the yen, I thought this was impulse down, and then I thought this was A, B, and then they made like 5-wave move up to there. So I thought it was like an ABC, and then I thought they were going to come down to break out that low before they reverse up, but that's not what they're doing. So what it is now is this big impulse was just part of this running flat. So it's going to be a 1, 2, and they haven't quite broken that top yet, but obviously I think they will this week. And the target, I think, would be like 145.48, maybe up to even 40, low 46s. And that's at that point that I think you're going to get a down move, because you got this strong move down, and then this will be just an A, B, C correction. Now this can turn into a really, you know, a complex correction. Just got a 3-wave move down. So this would be like 3, that'd be W, come down here for X, still go back up again for a Y, but eventually this has to come down, because I mean, you just have this strong move down, you need a correction, and one more down. So I don't see a whole lot more up in the yen. I mean, I think it's going to go break this high of 45.07, but once it does that, you got to be careful if you're in the buy, because it could be total downside to come and break that low, or you could, you know, be starting at least a 3-wave correction for one more up if they're creating a complex correction. So you got to be careful if you're in the buy in the dollar yen, because I don't think that they're going to come up and break that high. I mean, unless they're going to be creating a running flat, because that's just so sharp. I don't see much correction in it. So I think this is all correcting that. So I'd only be looking for actually sell setups, but only after they break that high. All right, that's what I see on those Forex pairs. Hope that helps. Thanks for your likes and questions, and I'll see you in the next video.